Thank you, Director. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first regular board meeting of our new school year. I'd like to welcome everybody who's in the audience tonight, as well as folks that have joined us online this evening. And we'll start tonight's meeting with the land acknowledgement. The Rainbow District School Board would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional and ancestral territory of the Anishinaabeg, including Atikameksheng, Anishinaabeg, and the Wahnapitae Nations. We'd like to acknowledge that we are situated within the Robinson-Huron Treaty of 1850 and want to recognize the inherent rights of the Anishinaabeg that maintain these lands from time immemorial. And we'll start tonight's meeting off with a roll call. Director Bourget.
Trustee Dabowski.
Present.
Trustee Farrell.
Present.
Trustee Gibson.
Present.
Trustee Cosmerly.
Present.
Trustee McCauley.
Present.
Trustee Dewar. Trustee Hunda.
Present.
Trustee Corbier-Addison.
Present.
Trustee Clement.
Present.
Student Trustee Sear.
Present.
And Student Trustee Gannett.
Present.
Thank you, Director. Our first order of business is the approval of tonight's agenda. So we'll need a mover and a seconder that the agenda of the regular board meeting of August 26, 2025 be approved. And that's moved by Trustee Hunda and seconded by Trustee Corbier-Addison. All those in favor, please notify. We'll do a roll call.
Trustee Clement. Trustee Corbier-Addison.
In favor.
Trustee Dabowski. Trustee Farrell.
In favor.
In favor.
Thank you, Trustee Dabowski. Trustee Gibson.
In favor.
Trustee Hunda.
In favor.
Trustee Cosmerly.
In favor.
Trustee McCauley.
In favor.
Student Trustee Sear.
In favor.
And Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor.
Motion is carried.
Thank you, Director. So this is a very delightful time of year where we introduce our new student trustees to the board. So we have a motion that we'll entertain tonight, and I'll need a mover and a seconder that Daenerys Sear from Manitoula Secondary School and Isabella Gannett from LaSalle Secondary School be appointed student trustees for the 2025-2026 school year. So the moved by Trustee Hunda and seconded by Trustee Gibson. And I'll now call on the director to do the declaration of office and oath of allegiance. Go ahead, Director Bourget.
We
We'll
swear
do
them
this
in,
and then we'll do the,
and then we'll vote. Yeah. Thank you, Chair Farrell. So Daenerys and Isabella, we do have a special night for you here, but before you're voted in by the trustees as a member of the board, we have two things that we need to get accomplished. One is the declaration, and the other is the oath of allegiance. We'll do both back to back for each of you. After that, there'll be a chance for you to go to the podium and sign. And Nicole Shrett will be taking some pictures with you and Chair Farrow to kind of commemorate this very special night. Okay? So, Daenerys, are you ready to begin? So I'll ask you just to repeat after me, and we'll begin with the declaration. So, I, Daenerys Sear,
I, Daenerys Sear,
do accept the position of
do accept the position of
Student School Board Trustee
Student School Board Trustee
for the Rainbow District School Board.
for the Rainbow District School Board.
Recognize my role and responsibilities
Recognize my role and responsibilities
as a member of the board
as a member of the board
and swear to perform
and swear to perform
my duties and obligations
my duties and obligations
within the parameters set out by
within the parameters
set out by
set out by
the Ontario Education Act
the Ontario Education Act
and the Trustee Code of Conduct
and the Trustee Code of Conduct
established by Rainbow District School Board.
established by Rainbow District School Board.
Thank you. And now we'll go to the oath. I, Daenerys Sear,
I, Daenerys Sear,
do affirm that
do affirm that
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the Creator
to the Creator
and to our children.
and to our children.
I will respect the laws
I will respect the laws
of Canada and Ontario,
of Canada and Ontario,
including the recognition
including the recognition
and affirmation of
and affirmation of
the Aboriginal and treaty rights
the Aboriginal and treaty rights
of Indigenous peoples
of Indigenous peoples
in the Constitution
in the Constitution
and to the Anishinaabe laws,
and to the Anishinaabe laws,
customs, and traditions
customs, and traditions
of the people I represent.
of the people I represent.
Isabella, are you ready?
Yes.
We'll start with the declaration. I, Isabella Gannett,
I, Isabella Gannett,
do accept the position of
do accept the position of
Student School Board Trustee
Student School Board Trustee
for the Rainbow District School Board.
for the Rainbow District School Board,
Recognize my roles and responsibilities
recognize my role and responsibilities
as a member of the board,
as a member of the board,
and swear to perform
and swear to perform
my duties and obligations
my duties and obligations
within the parameters set out by
within the parameters set out by
the Ontario Education Act
the Ontario Education Act
and the Trustee Code of Conduct
and the Trustee Code of Conduct
established by the Rainbow District School Board.
established by the Rainbow District School Board.
And last, we have the oath. I, Isabella Gannett,
I, Isabella Gannett,
do affirm that
do affirm that
I will be faithful
I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III.
to His Majesty King Charles III.
Congratulations. Now, we can certainly applaud. If you'd both be so kind to go to the podium for your official signing, you'll be joined by Chair Farrow, and then Nicole Charette will certainly direct a few photographs for you.
Okay, so we have the motion that's duly moved and seconded, and we will now call for the roll call vote. Director Bourget, go ahead, please.
Trustee Clement.
Present.
Vote, yeah.
Oh, we voted, I thought you said, never mind. Favor.
Trustee Clement is in favor. Trustee Corbier-Addison.
In favor.
Trustee DeBoski.
In favor.
Trustee Farrow.
In favor.
Trustee Gibson.
In favor.
Trustee Hunda.
In favor.
Trustee Cosmerly.
In favor.
Trustee McCauley.
In favor.
Student Trustee Sear.
In favor.
And Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor.
The motion is carried unanimously. Congratulations.
Fantastic. Congratulations. And welcome to you both. You're all official now, so wasn't that bad, eh? You did a great job. So we'll continue with our agenda now. Section B is preliminary declarations of pecuniary interest, so I'll call to see if there are any declarations tonight. Seeing none, move on to Section C, presentations, and we have no presentations tonight. So we go to Section D, which is reports from closed meeting of the board. And we do have one property matter. We have a motion that we need moved and seconded, that motion number 25-20 2022-W10 property matter be approved. So that is moved by Trustee Gibson and seconded by Trustee Hunda. So we'll look to the director to do a poll vote. Director Bourget, go ahead.
Trustee Clement,
In favor.
Trustee Corbier-Addison,
In favor.
Trustee DeBoski,
In favor.
Trustee Farrell,
In favor.
Trustee Gibson,
In favor.
Trustee Hunda,
In favor.
Trustee Cosmely,
In favor.
Trustee McCauley,
In favor.
Student Trustee Seer,
In favor.
and Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor.
Motion is carried.
Thank you, Director. Move to old business. We have a set of minutes that need to be approved. So the previous minutes, I'll need a mover and a seconder that the minutes of the special board meeting held on Tuesday, June 24, 2025 be approved. And that's moved by Trustee Cosmerly and seconded by Trustee McCauley. Are there any errors or omissions, anything that we need to address at this time? Seeing none, we'll call for the vote. Director Bourget?
Trustee Clement,
In favor.
Trustee Corbier-Addison,
In favor.
Trustee DeBoski,
In favor.
Trustee Farrell,
In favor?
Trustee Gibson,
In favor.
Trustee Hunda,
In favor.
Trustee Cosmely,
In favor.
Trustee McCauley,
In favor.
Student Trustee Seer,
In favor.
and Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor.
Motion is carried.
Next section of our agenda is reports and recommendations, and we have none for this evening, so we'll move on to new business. And our first matter of business is the 2025-2026 guide for students and parents and guardians. And I'll turn to Director Bourget to provide us with a short presentation.
Thank you, Chair Farrell. Before I even begin, I just want to say my heartfelt thanks to Nicole Charette, Jen Bada for all their hard work in putting this together, and also the contributions of the senior team of superintendents. It certainly is a very useful and practical guide for our parents and guardians. So with that, we'll show you just a brief overview of the guide, certainly walk through it for you, and we'll begin. It'll be on screen, and you also get a link later, maybe this evening or tomorrow, for you to peruse at your leisure. So, you know, if you look at the cover starting there, we're pleased to share this guide for students and parents with you. The guide contains important information that will serve as a resource throughout the 2025-2026 school year. Our cover highlights mathematics. As you know, there's been a renewed focus on math in our schools. We have implemented a number of initiatives to improve student achievement in math, certainly a fundamental skill. At Churchill Public School, math coach Sarah DeWitt's grade 3 class has become a numeracy demonstration classroom for educators to visit and gain best practices for teaching and learning. That's where this photo was taken. Students Bayreen Kezulugo and Dacian Radu, who is on the right, are explaining their problem-solving strategy in math to a teacher from Mark State Public School who is visiting the classroom for professional learning. As you can see, the students are engaged in their learning and welcome the opportunity to share their thinking. Using evidence-informed resources and best practices and teaching strategies ensures a consistent and coherent approach to math instruction in all of our schools. The math demonstration classroom at Churchill, which is continuing this year, is one of many strategies being implemented in our Math Achievement Action Plan. You also notice on the cover we have highlighted a milestone in environmental education and sustainability. 100% Eco Schools certified. We've achieved this honor 4 times, and more importantly, many schools have moved up from one level to the next. We are so proud of our students and staff for their collective efforts. Once again this year, we're targeting 100% participation for this year, and I will let you know we are one of 3 boards in the entire country to achieve this last year. As I present the guide, I invite you to follow along. You'll see the vision, mission, values, and priorities in strategic directions reflected throughout this document. On the second page, Chair Farrell encourages parents and guardians to take an active interest in their child's education. And I personally cannot emphasize enough how important regular attendance and parental and guardian involvement are to student success. There is a direct correlation. When the home, the school, and the community work together, we can maximize learning opportunities for students and help them achieve their full potential as confident, caring members of society. When students are confident, when they believe in themselves, so do they believe in their ability to succeed. Below the chair's message, you will see our trustees, and you had an opportunity to meet our student trustees for the school year just earlier this evening, we're very fortunate to work with committed and dedicated trustees who care about our students and the communities that we serve. And as always, we thank you for your leadership. On page 3, our first priority as we begin the school year will be to create warm and welcoming environments where all students feel a sense of belonging at school and a connection to their school community. As we begin the new school year, I invite students to become fully immersed in the school experience, enjoy challenges, stay curious, embrace the effort, and keep learning. Students who are fully engaged develop a strong sense of community at school and a connection to their school community. I also invite parents and guardians to support their children and the work of the school at home, making education a priority by encouraging your children to try their best each and every day. When parents and guardians take an active interest in their child's education, it shows children that school matters. This page of the guide includes key contacts in administration. And once again, we have a very strong leadership team, and we look forward to working with our administrators and staff on our shared goals, which are clearly articulated in our vision, mission, values, and priorities. Strategic directions and annual reports are always available on the board website. Pages 4 and 5 highlight information about kindergarten, including the dates of the information nights in January for 2026, childcare, before and after school programs, and a complete list of early on child and family centers in Rainbow schools. Please note that parents and guardians must contact service providers directly to confirm availability of programs. On page 6, new this year, we have added information on getting ready for kindergarten. We highlight that what parents and guardians can do at home to help their children prepare for the start of school, including toilet training, having consistent bedtime routines, and reading and learning at home. On page 7, we've also added information about attendance with one key message: be present, make every day count. Every day counts towards building knowledge, confidence, and skills that lead to achievement both inside and outside the classroom. And we thank our parents and guardians for working with us to make school a priority. When students miss a little, they actually miss a lot. Regular attendance is very important. On page 8, in the guide, we focus on mental health and well-being, which is fundamental to student success. In addition to support provided by our school mental health team, School Mental Health Ontario has created resources for families, and we've added a link to those resources for ease of access. On page 9, our secondary schools programs are highlighted, including specialized programs, Barrydown College, Swakamak Alternative School, and the Adult Day School. The guide continues on page 10 with information about Google Workspace for Education, which gives students and teachers access to Gmail, Google Drive, a variety of applications for teaching and learning. We included digital monitoring tips for parents. We also remind parents and guardians to visit rainbowschools.ca for news throughout the school year. We have Google Translate on the board website and school websites. This tool will help our newcomers obtain information in a variety of languages. On page 11, we continue with 21st Century Teaching and Learning, which highlights 2 administrative procedures: digital citizenship and acceptable use of information and communications technologies. These procedures have been updated. On the next page, we highlight what students and parents, guardians need to know about safe schools, video surveillance, controlled access, use of internet and electronic devices, definitions for lockdown, hold and secure, shelter in place, and internal hold and secure, which is a term specific to Rainbow schools. There's also information about our community threat assessment protocol. We are a protocol partner along with many other community organizations. Also featured is the date of our Wear Pink Day, which will take place on Thursday, September 11th, and we invite all of you and the community to join us in wearing pink as we come together to stand up against bullying. Next, we go to highlights of equity and inclusive education. We have included the dates for Embrace Diversity Free to Be Me conferences, information about culturally responsive and relevant pedagogy, and information about equity workshops that will be offered for grade 9 students. On page 14, we move into Indigenous education as we continue to prioritize truth and reconciliation. The dates of the First Nations Advisory Committee meetings are outlined for the school year. We will mark the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation and Orange Shirt Day on September 30th. We'll wear orange shirts as we reflect on the impact of the residential school system. The next 2 pages of the guide focus on special education programs and services. There's also a schedule of special education advisory committee meetings. You have often heard us say, what is essential for some is good for all. We have a perfect example here with Read and Write for Google Chrome, which has been purchased for all students grade 3 to grade 12. All students can benefit from assistive technology at times to help support their reading and writing. And on page 16, we've included a photo taken at the Challenge Meet, which is an event we all very much look forward to each spring. On page 17, we highlight information about French immersion and core French. We've maintained information about the DELF, which is an official international diploma that recognizes French language proficiency of candidates for whom French is a second language. This leads us into the values that are modeled, taught, and expected in Rainbow schools. Rainbow District School Board adopted these values presented in English, Ojibwe, and French during consultations for strategic directions 2022 to 2027. The 7 grandfather teachings, humility, bravery, honesty, wisdom, truth, respect, and love are braided together with resilience, equity, and community. These values provide the foundation for ongoing character development. We continue with student success. Page 19 provides an overview of how we're engaging students in new and innovative ways at the secondary level. We also feature information about 40 hours of community involvement, which is required to graduate. We've updated the list of dual credit offerings for this fall and next winter. And on the next page, we share information about the online learning graduation component and the opportunity to opt out as well. De-streaming information is included, and as of the fall 2024, all secondary students are required to take one broad-based technology education course in grade 9 or grade 10. This will expose students to the many program and career opportunities available in the trades. On page 21, we move to our Specialist High Skills Major programs with an updated list of Specialist High Skills Majors in a variety of sectors. More nonprofit SHISMs, as we call them, have been added in the community engagement and leadership area. Page 22 highlights our interactive information session for grade 7 and 8 students taking place at Cambrian College, and you can mark your calendar on Wednesday, November 12th. Next Stop Grade 9 is designed to help students make key decisions as they move from elementary to secondary school. New this year, we've added Ontario Secondary School diploma requirements for students entering grade 9 in or before fall 2023, as well as OSSD requirements for students entering grade 9 in the fall of 2024 and after. This information reflects changes made by the Ministry of Education, and it provides a snapshot for students to ensure they meet the requirements to graduate. Pages 25 and 26 focus on our commitment to take action on climate change as we continue to practice the 5 R's: repurpose, reuse, refuse, reduce, and recycle. Rainbow District School Board wants to empower everyone with the knowledge, skills, and desires to act environmentally as environmentally responsible citizens. On page 26, as mentioned previously, we are proud to share that all of our schools have achieved Eco School Canada certification, and that remains a goal for this year. We're also sharing information about our eco challenges with parents and guardians and the broader community to invite us to join us on this journey. We have a role to play in addressing climate change and remain committed to building on our efforts. And so you know, we will be hosting our 3rd Eco Summit in May of 2026. On page 27, we have information in the guide about the Dare to Care program in our schools, including the learning modules. Dare to Care engages the entire school community in contributing to warm and welcoming school environments where students feel a strong sense of belonging and connection. The next page is important, as it outlines the restrictions on cell phones and mobile devices and social media that were introduced last fall. Here we have a summary of the administrative procedure on personal mobile devices, which remains in effect. We thank our students, our staff, and families for their ongoing cooperation as we remove distractions from the classroom and focus our full attention on teaching and learning. You'll also see examples of signage that we posted in our schools. School boards are required to have signage in schools to communicate behavior expectations that are consistent with a safe learning and teaching environment. We've included these links to the admin procedure and other resources for ease of reference. This includes a link to the Provincial Code of Conduct. As per Ministry Directive, we aligned our Board Code of Conduct with the Provincial Code of Conduct. It reflects the requirements related to cell phone, mobile devices, and social media restrictions It also includes information about vaping. We encourage students and parents and guardians to read this information so they have a clear understanding of our policies, practices, and procedures related to this. We want everyone in our family of schools to understand the expectations and to ensure a safe learning environment. As we move to page 35, we focus on revitalization of Rainbow schools inside and outside, including work on the playgrounds at Gene Henson Public School and Valley View Public School, which are now complete. We also provide links to school drinking water reports as well as our accessibility information. The next few pages focus on parents and guardians and how they can support their child's education. We included links to support learning together with resources for home. The next page in this section invites parents to volunteer and participate in a wide variety of activities at their child's school. Also on this page, we have listed the dates for board-wide events and information on parenting programs offered in the community. The next page provides tangible examples of how parents and guardians can support their child's learning through regular attendance at school by making learning a priority, setting goals, and getting involved. Our students will receive a card calendar to take home, and we've included a snapshot of the calendar in the guide for your reference. On page 40, we focus on math. Math at home tip sheets were produced by the board some time ago, and they remain very helpful. Parents can access the tip sheets on the board website. Free math tutoring is also offered by TVO Mathify. It's an excellent resource that parents and guardians can access to get support with math for their children. As partners in education, we invite parents and guardians to consider joining school councils and parent involvement committees. New this year, we've added a forms module to School Cash Online. Parents and guardians will be able to complete the school council nomination form online as well. For parents and guardians who prefer a printed copy, we've also included a direct link to school council nomination forms. Also new this year, we've added a link to the parent guide produced by the Ministry of Education. We've allocated a full page to PIC meetings, the Parent Involvement Committee, and topics. The annual general meeting will take place on October 14th, and we invite all parents and guardians to mark their calendars and join us for hands-on activities with their children. Agendas and minutes of PIC meetings are posted on the board website. Continuing the Parent Involvement Committee of the guide, we have added the parent-guardian communication process. It's a step-by-step overview on who to contact when a parent or guardian has a suggestion, comment, question, or concern about their child. The next page is focused on allergies and asthma, including the plan of care developed for each student with anaphylaxis, asthma, diabetes, or epilepsy. As always, we ask parents and guardians to avoid sending nuts or nut products to schools, as we have students with many allergies. We also remind everyone that our schools are scent-free environments. Page 45 focuses on community use, including the Lancer Dome. We've also included information about the board logo, as well as student accident insurance, which is available to families. On the next page, we have information about My Blueprint, the Education Planner, and School Cash Online. We continue to encourage parents to register for this to reduce cash handling in our schools. And this QR code on this page will take them directly to that site. It only takes a few minutes to register if they've not already done so, and effective this fall, all school-related forms will be completed through this process, including field trips, consent forms, and school council nomination forms. If you do not have a School Cash Online account, please visit rainbowschools.schoolcashonline.com to register. Page 47 highlights Rainbow International Globalized Classrooms in Rainbow Schools. We have obtained information about the Welcome Center for newcomers to help with the registration process. The Welcome Center is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the David Street entrance to Sudbury Secondary School. As more and more newcomers make Greater Sudbury their home, we want them to feel safe, valued, and supported. The Welcome Center provides a convenient space for newcomers to meet friendly faces to ensure they experience a successful transition. New this year, we've added information about the vaccines required for school attendance. There's also options to apply for exemptions. We encourage parents and guardians to ensure their information about immunization is up to date. This is done through Public Health, Sudbury and districts, and we thank them for providing this overview so that parents and guardians can see what their expectations are and take action. Sick Kids also sent us information about an immunization info line that they offer families, and we included this as another resource. The guide concludes with important dates, the school year calendar, and a directory of schools. We indicate that regular board meetings are in the Ernie Checkers boardroom, that they're streamed live and archived on our website. Strategic Planning Committee meetings are also streamed. There's a companion piece to the guide, a calendar card that will be sent home with all students in the first week of school. The guide will be sent to families by email this week as we get set for the launch of another exciting school year. The guide and the calendar will be posted on the board website for ease of reference throughout the school year. And with that, I'll conclude my summary. Thank you, Chair Farrell.
Thank you, Director Bourget. Are there any questions from trustees about the presentation? Seeing none, I just want, we have Trustee Hunda, please, go ahead.
I don't have a question. I just want to add my appreciation to Nicole and Jennifer for this incredible document. We put it out every year. Thanks to them, it takes a lot of work, but I know many parents have told me that it's like a Bible for them, that they keep it handy. It has everything there, and the fact that it's now completely online is not like you have to try to find it when you need it. And I know that across the province, we have been held in high regard for what we put out, and I just want to thank them again, because it is an incredible amount of work, but everything is there. I use it constantly myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Hunda. Anything further? No. I too want to add my congratulations and thanks, Nicole, and to all your team for putting this together. It's an incredible document, so thank you very much for that. Our next section of our agenda is back to the director again, and he has an update on the Executive Council portfolios and family of schools. Director Bourget, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Chair Farrell. This will be a little briefer. At the system level, as you know, responsibility for program is shared. Superintendent Dan Kozier will lead the program for kindergarten to grade 6, and he'll also be responsible for the Ministry Math Initiative. Superintendent Maureen McNamara will lead program from grades 7 to 12 and his Student Success Initiative. Superintendent Leslie Mantle will lead the French language program and the arts from K to 12. We're also very grateful for the tremendous, sorry, I missed a little spot here. Superintendent Kathy Watchnock will lead special education for the entire system. And we're very grateful for the tremendous experience in effective instructional practice, assessment evaluation, and educational leadership that our senior team provides. Please know, though, our senior team is also supported by a very strong team of consultants and coordinators at the system level, led by Principal of Program for K-6 Numeracy, Kate McKenzie, Principal of Program for K-6 Literacy, Corey Petrie, Principal of Student Success, Melanie Bertrand, and our Principal of French as a Second Language and New Teacher Induction Program, Brenda Carr. Superintendent Watchnock is also working with Principal of Special Education, Danielle Williamson, and they also have very strong teams dedicated to student success and achievement. Superintendent Gilbo will continue to oversee our finance, information services, and facilities, supported by managers Nancy Chiquetto in finance, Dave Kitching in information services, and Natalie Musso in facilities. Tiffany Hayes continues as our senior administrator of human resources, and Nicole Charette continues to oversee corporate communications and works closely with Jennifer Bata. Tim Najwan and Travis Corbier will lead the Indigenous Education portfolio as system principals. And Executive Council and myself will work closely with Sarah Clark, our mental health lead, and David Digby, our health and safety officer. Please note there are no changes to Superintendent Families of Schools for this year. Superintendent Kozier will support Espanola, Manitoulin, and Lively Families of Schools, as well as math-focused schools. Superintendent Watchnock will continue to support Confederation and Sudbury Secondary Families of Schools, as well as Mishko, Swakamak, the Attendance Center, and Frank Flowers. Superintendent McNamara will support LaSalle and Llewellyn Park Families of Schools and Barrydown College. And Superintendent Mantle will support the Lockerbie and Chelmsford Family of Schools. This is a tremendous team. I'm very grateful to work with such strong, talented educators who are kind, caring, and dedicated professionals. Together, we will focus on a strong startup and our ongoing efforts to move our vision, mission, values, and priorities forward in partnership with our talented and caring school administrators and staff. In closing, I say we look forward to a very successful school year.
Thank you, Director Bourget. Are there any questions on superintendent issues here? Seeing none, thanks very much for that update. Our next item on our agenda is current expenditure and borrowing resolutions, and I'll turn the floor over to Superintendent Gilbo to give us some information, and then we have a motion to consider.
Thank you, Chair. The current expenditures borrowing resolution is presented to the board each year at this time, and approval is required to maintain the credit facility with CIBC. The amount is the same as in previous years, which is $7 million, and I'll note that we are not currently drawn into this facility. However, it does provide us with flexibility for any short-term needs that could arise due to the timing of cash flow. So your approval would support having this credit facility available to the board, and I will turn it to the chair in case there are any questions.
Okay. First of all, we'll get the motion on the floor, and we'll need a mover and a seconder that the current expenditure borrowing resolution as attached be deemed to have been read 3 times and approved. And that is moved by Trustee Gibson and seconded by Trustee McCauley. Now, the motion is on the floor. Are there any questions for Superintendent Guilbeault? Seeing none, thank you very much, Superintendent Guilbeault. We'll call the question. Director?
Trustee Clement,
In favor.
Trustee Corbier-Addison,
In favor?
Trustee DeBoski,
In favor?
Trustee Farrell,
In favor?
Trustee Gibson,
In favor.
Trustee Hunda,
In favor?
Trustee Cosmerly,
In favor?
Trustee McCauley,
In favor.
Student Trustee Seer,
In favor.
and Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor?
Motion is carried.
Thank you, Director. Next item on our agenda is the Ontario Public School Board Association fees. And we'll need a mover and a seconder for the motion that the 2025-2026 membership fees in the Ontario Public School Boards Association be approved. So that's moved by Trustee Cosmerly and seconded by Trustee Hunda. Are there any questions or discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for the vote. Director, go ahead, please.
Trustee Clement,
In favor.
Trustee Corbier-Addison,
In favor?
Trustee DeBoski,
Oppose?
Trustee Farrell,
In favor.
Trustee Gibson,
In favor.
Trustee Hunda,
In favor?
Trustee Cosmerly,
In favor.
Trustee McCauley,
In favor.
Student Trustee Seer,
In favor.
Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor?
The motion is carried.
Thank you, Director Bourget. Next item of business is the Ontario Public School Association Northern Regional Meeting. And we have the Northern Meeting that occurs on October 17th through 18th in Sault Ste. Marie. Trustee Cosmerly, did you want to make any comment about that before we move to the motion?
The only comment I would make is for whoever is deciding to go, to book their hotel room at ASAP, because they've already run out of rooms once and they had to get additional rooms. There seems to be a lot of interest in going. The agenda is not out at this point yet, so we don't know what we're going to be talking about. But I would expect that that'll be coming out sometime in September. There is a planning meeting going on actually today and yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Cosmerly. So at this time, we'll look at entertaining trustees who are interested in attending. Trustee Hunda. Trustee Cosmerly. Trustee Clement. Anybody further? Look online. Okay, thank you. So the motion that we have before us, we'll need a mover and a seconder that the board approves the attendance of the following trustees: Trustee Hunda, Trustee Cosmerly, and Trustee Clement at the 2025 Ontario Public School Board Association Northern Regional Meeting in Sault Ste. Marie on October 17th and 18th. Can I have a mover for that, please? Moved by Trustee Corbier-Addison and seconded by Trustee Hunda. Any further questions? So we'll call for the vote. Director Bourget, please.
Trustee Clement,
In favor.
Trustee Corbier-Addison,
In favor?
Trustee DeBoski,
In favor?
Trustee Farrell,
In favor.
Trustee Gibson,
In favor.
Trustee Hunda,
In favor?
Trustee Cosmerly,
In favor?
Trustee McCauley,
In favor.
Student Trustee Seer,
In favor.
Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor?
The motion is carried.
Thank you, Director. Our next item on the agenda is Asta Oweku fees. So we'll need a mover and a seconder that the 2025-2026 Ontario Student Trustees Association membership fee be approved. So I have a mover for that, Trustee Hunda, and seconded by Trustee Corbett Addison. Questions or comments on the motion? Trustee McCauley, go ahead, please.
How much is it?
I'm going to go to the back of the package because it is $2,496.77.
Thank you.
Anything further? Okay, we'll call the question. Director Bourget, go ahead, please.
Trustee Clement.
In favor.
Trustee Corbier Addison.
In favor.
Trustee DeBoski.
In favor.
Trustee Farrell.
In favor.
Trustee Gibson.
In favor.
Trustee Hunda.
In favor.
Trustee Cosmley.
In favor.
Trustee McCauley.
In favor.
Student Trustee Sear.
In favor.
And Student Trustee Gannett.
In favor.
The motion is carried.
Thank you, Director. We'll move on to notice of absence, and I have two comments. Trustee Dewar made a request to me, and it was approved that she be absent from tonight's meeting, and her request meets the criteria outlined in bylaw number 14. Also, Trustee DeBoski made a request to me, and it was approved to participate electronically in today's meeting, and her request meets the criteria outlined in bylaw 14. Thank you. And number 8, Director's remarks. Go ahead, Director Bourget.
Thank you, Chair Farrow and trustees. I do hope that you all had a wonderful summer. I certainly look forward to working with you, our superintendents, our administrators, staff, students, families, First Nations chiefs, and communities, and all of our partners as we continue our journey together. To begin, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to Dainara Sear and Isabella Gannett and tell you a little bit more about our student trustees. From Ziba Hasing First Nation, Dainara Sear is the former Indigenous Student Senator for Sudbury Secondary School and this year's Indigenous Student Senator for Manitoulin Secondary School. She is passionate about Indigenous advocacy and sharing her language and her culture. Dainara attended grade 9 and 10 at Sudbury Secondary School, where she was enrolled in the Specialist High Skills major in visual arts and dance. She worked with a team of peers to establish the Sudbury Secondary School Indigenous Advocacy Committee, and she's facilitated ribbon skirt making classes, presented hand drumming practices, shared cultural teachings, and offered fancy shawl demonstrations at school-wide and public events. As she enters grade 11, she will continue to be a student leader at Manitoulin Secondary School, where she plans to get involved in school sports. Dainara is taking the Level 3 Ojibwe course and would like to teach Anishinaabemowin to her community to revitalize the language. She also wants to continue making regalia, ribbon skirts, shirts, vests, and building her brand as an Anishinaabe seamstress, aspiring to have her creations featured on runways. Dainara contributes to the youth councils on Manitoulin Island. And I quote, "Through school involvement, students learn important life skills like collaboration, communication, and leadership," she says. "Being involved has enabled me to meet new people and gain an appreciation for the diversity in our schools." Dainara also adds, "Student voice matters because students are the future. I am so excited to be representing Indigenous students across the Rainbow District School Board and to be a role model and a voice for us all," she added. A grade 12 student at LaSalle Secondary School, Isabella Gannett is actively involved in her school community, including drama productions, the concert band, jazz band, senior winds ensemble, and many sports from flag football and basketball to volleyball and soccer. Isabella is the president of the student council and serves as scorekeeper and captain of the Reach for the Top team. She's also supported LaSalle's sport Healthy Active Academics and Leaderships program known as SHAL, helping out with tournaments and special events. Her involvement in school life will continue as she co-chairs the Student Senate and serves as student trustee. And she quotes, "Involvement in school and school life is extremely important as you get to experience new things and meet new people, which can lead to lifelong relationships." She adds, "You also get to develop your strengths such as leadership, confidence, responsibility, and time management." In addition, students experience school every day. Their voice matters. When students have the opportunity to be heard, they are recognized as active participants in our education, they feel respected, and know they matter. Isabella says all the student experiences throughout the day are different through extracurriculars, academics, and social aspects. And I quote, "The student perspective offers valuable insight. The student voice makes education more meaningful." We know that student trustee Isabella Gannett and student trustee Dainara Sear will be strong voices for their peers. Moving quickly to startup, Our amazing administrative teams have been preparing for the launch of the school year. We look forward to seeing everyone next week, and we're very excited to begin. Our caring and talented staff will take part in professional learning on Tuesday, September 2nd, in preparation for school startup. Please know, though, in preparation, on Monday, August 25th, we hosted new employee orientation day at Sudbury Secondary School. Our new staff spent the day together learning and preparing for a successful start to the school year. Today, a full session led by Superintendent Mantle and System Principal Brenda Carr, and a full team of system principals, coordinators, consultants, and system led the new teacher induction program. Teachers were provided with a full day of professional development to support a great start to their teaching career. Tomorrow, we host an educational symposium led by our system principals in partnership with our senior team at McLeod Public School. Well over 100 teachers will be participating and benefiting from a full day of presentations and sharing best practices in teaching and learning. I'd like to thank our system principals, consultants, coordinators, managers, and superintendents for their leadership and hard work over the summer to prepare and conduct these highly beneficial opportunities for growth for our staff. In addition, please note we had a very fulsome summer school, and that will be a report at a later date. So it's been a very busy and productive summer. Please know the first day of school is Wednesday, September 3rd. We look forward to seeing our families, our students, and welcoming all our new and returning to Rainbow Schools. We extend a very special welcome to our youngest learners, the children who will start school for the very first time. And our kindergarten camps going on as we speak, another thing that's been going on this summer. As always, our schools will remain to be safe and supportive places where students have fun while they learn. We will prioritize reconnecting mental health and well-being as our teachers engage with and support students to determine learning needs. We have a strong team of administrators, educators, and support staff who will nurture and support student success. As you know, public education prepares students to be active, confident, capable, and contributing members of society. Rainbow District School Board plays a critical role in our communities in the development of academic, social, emotional, and physical development of our children and young adults. As we know, when students feel safe, supported, accepted, respected, and connected in their school and their school community, when they have that sense of belonging, they are very well on their way towards achieving their full potential. On behalf of all of our staff, I'd like to welcome our students and families to the 25-26 school year. We'd also like to welcome our newest school administrators and our administrators who are new to the school, and I'll go through the list very quickly because I think it's good knowledge for you. It's also be found on our website, and we can send you a summary as well, so there's no need to take notes. But I will go through this quickly for your benefit. Tim Nadjuan will serve as System Principal of Indigenous Education, alongside Travis Corbier, who will also serve in that role. Chelsea Ouimet will serve as Acting Principal of C.R. Judd Public School. Katrina Nadeau will serve as Acting Principal of Redwood Acres Public School. Vicky Zamantis will serve as Acting Principal of Lively District Secondary School. Yves Poirier will serve as Acting Principal of Confederation Secondary School. Lorianne Lilcons will serve as Principal of Restart, O'Connor Park, Continuing Education, and PLAR. Susan Kett will serve as Principal of Berrydown College. Kim Reisiger will serve as Vice Principal of Algonquin Public School. Sandy McEwen will serve as Vice Principal of Princess Anne Public School. Aaron Ferguson will serve as Vice Principal of Sudbury Secondary School. Daniela Catesta will serve as Acting Vice Principal of Northeastern Elementary School. Chris Clarge will serve as Acting Vice Principal of LaSalle Intermediate. Joanne Alexander will serve as Acting Vice Principal of LaSalle Elementary School. Stephanie Gemmel will serve as Acting Vice Principal of R.L. Beatty Public School. Chantel Camito will serve as Acting Vice Principal of Valley View Public School. Stephanie Moyle will serve as Acting Vice Principal of Redwood Acres Public School. Dane McVeigh will serve as Acting Vice Principal of Confederation Secondary School. Laura Coleman will serve as Acting Vice Principal of LaSalle Secondary School. And Miranda Lassard will serve as Acting Vice Principal of Llewellyn Park Secondary School. Our administrators and our staff are very excited to work with our students and our families in their respective schools and school communities. We certainly look forward to seeing everybody, our staff on September 2nd, and everyone on September 3rd. And I'll close my comments with appreciation to our Board of Trustees. Your incredible support and commitment to our students and staff makes a difference every day. Thank you for all you do. Please know we appreciate all the work you do to support education in Rainbow Schools. And I know together we all feel the excitement for the start of another school year filled with positive energy, promise, pride, and possibility together as we prepare students to become lifelong learners, achieving their full potential as confident, caring members of society. Thank you, Chair Farrell.
Thank you, Director Bourget. Any questions for the Director? Seeing none, thanks so much for your hard work on that, Director Bourget, and good information. We'll move on to our next section of the agenda. It's either items, and I'll turn to Trustee Cosmerly for the Ontario Public School Board Association's report.
Thank you. Just very briefly, the next OPSPA Board of Directors meeting is scheduled for September 26th and 27th in Toronto, unless a special meeting is called sooner. A reminder that the deadline for completion of mandatory trustee training is quickly approaching and is being tracked for the Ministry of Education. OPSPA is striving for 100% completion by August 31st. And as we begin a new school year, trustees are facing a number of changes with possibly more to come. I believe I speak for all of us when I say that despite this, our focus will continue to be, as it has always been, on student success and governance oversight. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Cosmerly. Excuse me. Our next item is student trustees. So I'll turn to student trustees for their report. I don't know who wants to start. Student trustee Sir, are you up? Okay, go ahead, please.
Oni bojo dener disnaka jashwe nongo shindago gigon and dodem jibasing and donjaba and ashnabekwe and dao. I'd just like to say chimigwech to everyone for providing such a warm welcome to Isabella and I. And I'm very looking forward to this year and to work with all of you and represent the students that we are all here for. Will be acting as the Vice Chair of the Indigenous Student Trustee Council at Osta ACO, and I'm extremely fortunate to be elected into the position at the last AGM. Miigwech.
Thank you very much. Trustee Gannett?
I wanted to also thank all of you for such an awesome and genuine welcome from me and Daenerys. We truthfully cannot wait to work with you all. This is honestly an opportunity like no other, and we are honored to be co-chairing the Student Senate together. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to go to AGM? Yes. AGM, but I cannot wait to go to further meetings for the OSTA. Thank you.
Thank you, student trustees, and once again, on behalf of all of us, welcome to the Board of Education. We're really looking forward to working with you this year. Our next section is trustee remarks and questions. Any trustee remarks and questions, please? A quiet group tonight. Seeing none, move on to, I have a few remarks as chair. As we embark on another wonderful school year, I'd like to begin by extending a warm welcome to all new and returning students and staff, families across Sudbury, Espanola, and Manitoulin. We are thrilled to start a new school year with a continued focus on our priorities. In Rainbow Schools, we instill in students the skills that need to lead independent and productive lives and become responsible and respectful citizens who care about each other and the world in which they live. As always, parents and guardians are encouraged to take an active interest in their child's education. Ensuring your child attends schools regularly is a good place to start. When parents and guardians value education, students value education, and there is a strong correlation between attendance and achievement. When home and the school and the community work together, we maximize learning opportunities for students and help them achieve their full potential. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, once again, I would like to extend a warm welcome to student trustee Daenerys Cyr and Isabelle Gannett. We look forward to having our student trustees represent the student's voice and contribute to our collective focus on student achievement and well-being. At the board table, there will also have opportunities to experience the decision-making process and learn about public education locally and provincially. And our youngest learners kicked off the school year yesterday with kindergarten camp. The 4-day program is running for 3 hours per day at a number of Rainbow Elementary schools. So we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome the class of 2039. Wow. For those of you who have not already done so, there is still time to register. Parents and guardians are encouraged to contact their area Rainbow schools as soon as possible, given that classes are beginning next week. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to our teachers and support staff who make Rainbow Schools exceptional places for teaching and learning. We appreciate all that you do on behalf of the students. And important dates to remember, a friendly reminder that Labor Day is Monday, September the 1st. The first professional activity day of 2025-26, the school year, will be on Tuesday, September 2nd. Information about PD's days is posted on the board's website. And the first day of school is Wednesday, September 3rd. And according to official and predicted enrollment for the start of the 2025-2026 school year, we will be welcoming 14,388 students to our schools. Staff and students in Rainbow Schools will wear pink on Thursday, September the 11th, as Rainbow District School Board marks its 18th annual Stand Up Against Bullying Day. We invite everyone in the community to join us to wear pink on September 11th. We wish everyone a wonderful school year, and we can't wait to get started. And those are my remarks for this evening. Thank you very much. Section G of the agenda are appended items. First of all, there are no reports from officials or staff. We have a tender in regards to Lively Secondary School regarding some cladding, and also a couple of documents that are for mechanical consulting and architectural consulting. Those are contractors of record that are identified with us. Number 3, staff communications. It's important for trustees to have a look at this board and strategic planning schedule for the meetings for 2025. There have been a couple of changes, so you might want to check your calendar to make sure that you've got those in your changes. And those are later on in the year when we're dealing with budget and retirement dinners and so on and so forth at that time. Future meetings are slated out there for you to have a look at, and there's no further information on our agenda tonight. So with that, I will look to entertain a motion for adjournment. And that's moved by Trustee Cosmley, seconded by Trustee Clement, that we now stand adjourned at 5:57 p.m. Thank you very much to everybody online who's joined us tonight. We will see you at your next regular board meeting. We are now adjourned.